this would have been the darkest Batman we've ever seen on the screen. A film that takes Bruce Wayne to the abyss and fills him with more torment than the Joker ever has. And it's all because of one mistake he made in the past, and how one assassin who looks a lot like me will make him pay for it. And Warner Brothers saw this and said no. And now we'll never truly have this dark, brutal Batman story see the light. Guys, I'm not even the biggest fan of Ben Affleck's Batman, okay? To be honest with you, I liked his Bruce Wayne a lot more than I liked his Batman. All right, I like those shoes. You know, I like the scene where him and Clark are going at it, where he's just talking absolute shit to Clark Kent about how stupid Superman is and about clowns. I liked how kind of depressed he was in the Batman v Superman film. All right, Justice League, I could give or take. His Batman looks cool, has amazing fight scenes, but there's something silly about him to me. That line where people loved in the trailer, "Do you bleed? You will." When I saw it in the movie, I laughed out loud because of how stupid Batman looks. And look how Clark is looking at him in this scene. Superman's looking at him like he's a joke. Like, who the hell are you, bro? It almost is as if they were really trying to, Zack Snyder was really trying to make him epic, and he did look epic in a lot of scenes, but Ben Affleck's Batman comes off as a goofball to me in certain scenes. His Bruce Wayne I liked a lot, okay? And again, his look, the fight scenes, it's all fantastical, it's all epic, it's all comic booky. And we need a Batman like that. So there are aspects of this character that I appreciate, but the Snyder fans are going to hate me no matter what I say, so it's fine. All right? Now, this film was supposed to take place between Justice League and Justice League Part 2. All right? That much we know. Okay? Now, the reason why I think this film had a lot of wasted potential is because Ben Affleck is a very good filmmaker. He's a good writer. I love Argo. I love The Town. Those are very good films to me. All right? I think he had some creative, control over the accountant movie, maybe in the production or the writing, I don't know. But I love him as the accountant, in the film Accountant. He's a badass in that. He's proven himself to be a very good Bruce Wayne in terms of physicality too, not just performance, all right? And I'm a big fan of the Ben Affleck Daredevil movie. The extended cut, the director's cut, not the theatrical cut, which was absolute garbage, okay? Not a great movie, flawed film, but very, very fun. I appreciate the director's cut. I think Ben Affleck could be a good superhero. Daredevil is one of his worst performances, in my opinion. I still like the movie, okay? I am not against Ben Affleck playing this character, all right? And Ben Affleck needs to win. He really needed a win with this Batman movie because he fumbled Ana de Armas. He's now... Listen, he's not happy with J-Lo, all right? I ain't trying to get into the drama of all this, but she was found in a Diddy video recently or something. He needs Batman, okay? So this is justice for Ben Affleck's Batman. Now, if you guys think Batman 2022 is dark, well, Ben Affleck's movie notched that up to 11, okay? This movie was dark, all right? And not just because of the theme or the tone, it's because of how much Bruce Wayne goes through in this film, okay? If you guys seen David Fincher's The Game, that was direct inspiration for this film. A character that is absolutely mind molested throughout the film by multiple things. He's paranoid. He doesn't know what's happening. Someone's playing a game with him in his mind. Well, that's what was supposed to happen here with Deathstroke, who knows Bruce's identity now because of Lex Luthor. This takes place after that scene. Dumb scene, by the way. But still, this takes place after that scene. Now, if you were familiar with Born Again, so were the people who were writing the script. They took a lot of influences from Born Again and how Matt Murdock gets absolutely wrecked and destroyed by Wilson Fisk. And how he has to rise from the ashes. That's exactly what happens to Ben Affleck's Bruce Wayne in this, okay? He is supposed to go through hell and lose absolutely everything. And his character has already lost a lot in this universe. Okay, we know this. Well, this was dialed up to 11, okay? Because Slade Wilson employs psychological warfare on him. Slade Wilson does everything from destroy his finances, plants surveillance. He watches Bruce. Bruce is paranoid in this film. He's like, what the hell? This guy could be watching my every move. He destroys the Batcave in the mansion. Basically, he employs what Bane did in Dark Knight Rises and the psychological warfare that Prometheus did to Oliver Queen in Arrow. And both of these characters are combined to make Slade Wilson in this film. Okay? And he's a lot like how he was in Teen Titans, where he's more than just an assassin. He's like a mastermind in the shadows. Okay? Now, many people that are close to Bruce will die. I believe Alfred is one of them that was supposed to be killed off in the original script. It was either him or Detective Gordon. I don't think Detective Gordon gets killed. I think he gets almost killed and put in a coma, Dark Knight Rises style. Okay? I think that's what they were going to do. I think they were going to make Alfred the guy that dies and catches a bullet. The ultimate consequence of Bruce's actions, okay? And Gordon gets put in a coma, so that prompts Batgirl to come into the story. She was supposed to come into the story to help Bruce Wayne. The reason I don't think Gordon is the one to die and catch a bullet rather than Alfred, it's because they need to build up Gordon's character a lot for this to be meaningful as a death, and they need to build up his relationship with Barbara Gordon, because we haven't seen them in this universe yet, right? We've seen Gordon, but we haven't seen Barbara. We haven't seen the relationship, so a lot of screen time would be dedicated to them. And if we've learned anything from the Killing Joke animated movie that a lot of people didn't like because it focused a lot on Batgirl when they didn't need to, along with them having sex with each other for no reason, we're not doing that. This is Batman's movie. So, we are going to have character development with her, but after her father gets put in a coma. We can't have him die, right? Alfred is the one that needs to die, so Bruce can have the ultimate consequence of being Batman, okay? Now, the reason Slade Wilson is employing all these tactics on Bruce and trying to ruin his life is because Slade's son died and he blames the death on Bruce Wayne, on Batman, because he thinks Batman killed him, okay? So important! Now, here's how the story would have played out. In my mind, based on what I've seen, based on everything that I've seen, all right? Something happens, Bruce Wayne's accounts get destroyed, wiped off the face of the earth. His finances are screwed. Wayne Manor is screwed. The Batcave... So here's what happens, okay? His finances get wrecked. His accounts get wrecked. Gordon catches a bullet. Bruce Wayne decides to go into action, and there's an action sequence with him and Deathstroke, a motorcycle chase that goes into a fight. Batman's lured into a trap. This is the fight where he loses badly. He gets lured into a trap by Deathstroke, and what happens? Because he's lured there, now everything else is open season. His Batcave is left open to be vulnerable. Alfred is left open to be vulnerable. Both get destroyed. The Batcave gets destroyed. Alfred catches a bullet. The ultimate consequence. His butler dies. Yes, a lot of people might have had a problem with Alfred dying, but I truly believe that's the direction they were going in. That's how dark. When they said born again, they meant it. And this is where Batgirl comes in to kind of help him now that they need to rebuild. Okay? Now that Alfred's gone. So, this isn't the end. Slade doesn't kill Batman here. He could easily. He wants him to know everything is dead now. Alfred's dead. Your empire's crushed. But he makes that Slade Wilson promise, the one that Slade did to Oliver and Arrow. There's still someone that needs to die so you can truly feel the pain I felt. All of Bruce Wayne's partying and sleepless nights with ladies, they all caught up to him. Maybe there's a baby Damian Wayne hanging around that Bruce kept away from the world. And now Slade's going after that. Now, a lot of people could say the final act could be maybe Batgirl gets captured. First of all, in the post-2018 era, a female hero being a damsel in distress is out of fashion. Let's just get that out of the way. And it wouldn't be as much of a consequence for Bruce as his son. Because guess what? Bruce has already lost a son-like figure in Jason Todd in this universe. So imagine, and by the way, this movie would have set up the Red Hood really well. We're going to get into that. So imagine his own blood, flesh and blood, Damian Wayne getting captured by Deathstroke and killed. Well, that's Slade's plan. And this prompts Bruce to spring into action in the final act and fight Deathstroke for the sake of the last remnant of his family. Now, you can't kill Slade in this movie because Slade was confirmed to be in... Zack Snyder wanted him in his Injustice film where Superman goes evil. Slade exists in that future, so you can't kill him off in this universe, right? Not yet. So, this is why I have a problem with superheroes killing, with Batman killing in the first place, okay? Batman basically becomes the Punisher, is the Punisher in BVS, right? Until he says men are good, and then he has faith restored. The problem is, when you pick and choose when you want to kill people, you run into the Arrow issue, where it gets very convenient for the plot, and when you kill a couple mindless thugs, and then you choose not to kill, at the time when you need to kill villains the most, like the Joker and Deathstroke, why are they alive? How do you justify that? How do you justify killing dumb thugs, firing them with your ship, but then a guy like the Joker who's causing more suffering than anyone else, he's alive, right? You have to deal with these questions, and it causes a moral flaw within the character that makes them unlikable almost. That was the problem. Green Arrow picked and chose when he killed. Sometimes he decided, no, I'm against killing. And then when it's convenient for him, he's killing again. The writers just can't make up their minds, right? This is the problem. But this movie could have fixed that. Okay? I think, because here's what you could do. Maybe Batman beats Deathstroke and confronts him about his son's death and says, I didn't kill your son, and maybe they can reconcile. But if the movie has balls, which I think Ben Affleck does, maybe when Batman was killing people in his murdering era, when he was going off and branding people and then punishing them and killing them with his ship and his guns, maybe he did kill Deathstroke's son. Maybe he didn't even mean to. Maybe Deathstroke's son was a mercenary trying to follow in his dad's footsteps, and he caught a stray bullet from Batman. Or he came in Batman's way and had to die. Maybe Bruce did kill him. And this would have been amazing. An amazing consequence of Bruce's actions. We can actually delve into the problems. We can't just erase the fact that Batman was a killer and killed people before this. He straight up did in Zack Snyder's world, right? Remember when Bruce was watching Superman and Zod fight and all these people were dying in Metropolis and he hated Superman after that? Well, now this is the ultimate karma for him, because now that shit's come back full circle on him. So he has to face the consequences of his own actions, right? Because he killed people too. So he has to come to terms with Slade. First, he beats Slade in the final fight, right? He breaks Slade, okay? He tells him, he gets it through Slade's head. You're not coming after my son. Don't make me do what I had to do to your son. I'm sorry for killing your son, but I didn't know. It was a problem. But that's a problem because Slade won't accept that as a father. Maybe Slade still continues to try to kill Batman, even though Batman's trying to make peace. And then maybe Slade has to be shot down by Gordon or Batgirl or something. Whatever. I don't actually know how the final act would have ended in this. But it would have ended with Batman either trying to reconcile with Slade that he didn't kill his son, or he did kill his son and he's trying to make peace with Slade, but Slade won't have it. So Batman's forced to pull an Oliver Queen and place Slade in an underground prison, or maybe he goes to Amanda Waller. They can't do the Amanda Waller thing, can they, though? Because at the end of Suicide Squad, Ben Affleck's Bruce Wayne literally tells Amanda, I'm shutting you down. However, Suicide Squad 2021 shows that it still kept going, I guess, the squad. So maybe he does put Deathstroke into her arms. I don't know. I don't really know how it would have ended. I just know he couldn't have killed Deathstroke, so it would have had to been him imprisoning Deathstroke in some way. All right? Now, this would have been an epic vigilante versus assassin movie. Dark. Warner Brothers didn't want it because they were done with Zack Snyder's entire universe after the Justice League and BVS kind of didn't do well with critics and fans, right? Only problem is Warner Brothers was part of that issue by replacing Zack Snyder with Joss Whedon and screwing that entire movie up. Okay? I'm not even a Zack Snyder guy. I roast the hell out of Zack Snyder more than anyone. I think Rebel Moon is trash. I laugh at that film. BVS I don't like. Snyder Cut I think is okay. A lot of people think it's like, Snyder fans think that's like the masterpiece of all superhero film. Don't make me laugh, okay? Decent film though. But I respect an artist's vision. And they screwed it up. And their war with Zack Snyder destroyed Ben Affleck's masterpiece that he could have made. And I truly think Ben Affleck would have made a good Batman movie, all right? And I think this could have potentially been the most badass Batman movie we got. It would have given us everything. Martial arts fights that we couldn't get in Dark Knight Rises, right? Where Bane is just a brawler boxer and we don't see the true fight potential of Batman, right? Deathstroke versus Batman. Batman suffering, a dark film. A lot of fans want that. And this would have perfectly set up the Red Hood film. With Batgirl coming in and Damian Wayne being introduced in this, we could have set up the Bat Family. And guess who's the perfect villain to fight the Bat Family? The former Robin, Jason Todd, who we thought was dead by Joker's hands, but is coming back to fight Batman and the Joker. Just like Under the Red Hood. You could have set it up! But Warner Bros. Didn't want it. Because they're dumb, low IQ producing idiots. Okay? Instead, they did Birds of Prey years after freaking Justice League happened, man. Oh, it pains my head. So I plead to you, Matt Reeves. The Batman 2, I think you're going to do the Court of Owls. I really hope to God you're going to do the Court of Owls. Please don't do Scarecrow or Joker. Please! I heard that there was Scarecrow or Clayface, but James Gunn completely said this isn't the thing, so fine. Court of Owls is part 2. Part 3. I know you can't use Deathstroke because Deathstroke and Bane are having their own movie in James Gunn's DCU. Let's do this. Have Ben Affleck come on, readapt that storyline, but with Hush as the main guy who's screwing Batman's entire world up, okay? And Hush shouldn't just be an intellectual mind like Riddler was. Have him an assassin who knows how to fight. We need to have Batman have awesome fight scenes again, okay? The first Batman 2022, had some fight scenes, but we need to see full-on martial arts fighting now, right? Ninja shit. Maybe he was a former League of Assassins member or something. I don't know. Let's do that. Let's adapt that same story. Have Ben Affleck come on as an executive producer, or come in, maybe he can help with the writer's room. Just do it. Trust me on that. You're going to have a good film on your hands. This would have been an amazing film. Those are my thoughts, guys. And if you want to know what I think of the Batman sequel and what that should be and why it shouldn't be the Joker again, as they always do, and they want to force him into every universe, watch my video here.